Good morning, welcome to March and this edition of the Morning Routine. My name is Ian.
And I'm Lauren.
And we invite you to join us in a bodyweight practice for mobility and strength, starting with the head and neck. In a position that's comfortable for you, a tall kneel, a tall stand, or seated in your chair, play and mobilize the head and neck first. Tuck in the chin, pull the crown of the head high. Next, add a rotation over the left shoulder and look towards the clavicle or armpit next and trace that clavicle to center and then look up. Slowly look all the way up to the ceiling. Now trace the ceiling to the wall, or here I am looking at Lauren. Tuck a chin towards the armpit or clavicle. Trace the clavicle to center and establish in the middle. Repeat in the other direction. Add the rotation first, and from there, a chin to clavicle. Rotate to center, and slowly extend the neck, controlling on the front and the back. Rotate, ceiling to the wall, wall to the armpit, clavicle tracing to center, and reset in the middle. Check in with the head and neck as we get into our next posture on our back on the floor to get in touch with the breath. Assembling in a position that's comfortable for you, Lauren's here on her back. Knees bent, take a breath in and out of the nose, exhale. Place a hand belly and a hand chest and a 4-second breath in, down low. Feel that rise of the belly on an inhale, and then the belly button pulling to the spine on the exhale. Repeat one more. Breath in, exhale, pulling the belly button in. Keep the bottom hand calm. Repeat 2 breaths in the chest now. Breath in through the nose. Fill up the rib cage and exhale. The top hand might move. The bottom hand stays calm for one more breath. 4 seconds in. And exhale. Now, pull that belly button into that spine. Hold that tension and take a belly breath in. And exhale. Repeat one more. Belly button pulls in, breath in, and exhale. For one more time, set those abs down low. The bottom hand won't move. Breathe into the chest. Exhale. And last time, belly to spine. Light brace down below. Breathe into the chest. Exhale. Throughout today's practice, maintain that breath in through the nose and out. Breathe into the belly, fill the rib cage, and I'm going to throw it over to Lauren to mobilize the low body.
Join me on my backside with my knees bent, feet flat on the floor. We'll slowly bring one knee towards our hip. Flex the foot, pulling the foot towards the shin. Now gently straighten that knee out. As you're straightening that knee, try to create some tension on the front and the back side. Get to your full straight knee. Point the foot. Re-straighten the knee. Pull the foot to shin. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Now, start bending the knee using the hamstring. Curl, curl, curl. Feel that work through the back of the knee, back of the hamstring. Full close. Place that foot down. Same thing second side. Hip flexion, knee comes in. Full knee bend with a flexed foot. Gently start to straighten the knee out. Tension and control on both sides. You're full straight. Point the foot. Re-straighten. Pull the foot to the shin. Bend the knee closed. Tension on the back and the front with control. Full close. Place the leg down. Back to the first leg. Knee comes back over hip. Again, straighten the knee with control. Get to that full straight. We'll point our foot. We'll do one internal and external rotation at the hip. With the straight leg, rotate so your inseam faces you. Back to center. Internally rotate, hiding your inseam. Bring the leg back to neutral. Gently grip behind the back of your knee, and you can add a slight bend if you'd like. With that pointed foot, we're going to articulate an ankle circle. Start pointing the foot and slowly drawing your circle towards the midline. As you're doing this, avoid skipping and jumps and hops in that ankle. As well, I'm coming around center here and now working the other side of the circle, ending up back to that full point. Once in that full point, let's switch the direction and go the other way. Slow, controlled, reaching out. As I'm doing this circle, I'm making sure that the movement is strictly coming from my ankle and not my knee or my hip. Articulating this circle to a full pointed foot. Let's keep that pointed foot, straighten the knee again. Flex the foot, pulling the foot towards the shin. And then with control, bend the knee to full closure and place the foot on the floor. Second leg, knee comes up, full deep knee bend, flex foot. Gently straighten the leg. Feel that quad tense up, hamstrings lengthen. In that full straightened position, point the foot. And then from here, externally rotate, so show the inseam towards your face. Back through center. Internal rotation, hiding that inseam. Back to center. Gently grip behind the knee, soften the knee as needed. From that pointed foot, start articulating your ankle circle. Slowly towards the midline. Pulling all the way through center. And then reaching out to the outside. As you reach to that outside, make sure that knee and shin doesn't go with you. Ending in your point foot. And then switch directions. Reaching out. Try to get that full flex foot, pulling it right back to the shin. As you come back through center. Ending in that pointed foot. Now re-straighten your knee. Flex the foot, pulling it to the shin. And then bend. Closing it with control and placing that foot down. Stay on your back, gently tuck your chin, and reach both legs out. Now bring one knee in hip flexion, bending at the knee, pulling it towards your hip. I'm choosing my flex foot here. With control, externally rotate, so bring that ankle towards the opposite shoulder. Hold. Now drag your straight leg in to meet that ankle. Find that meeting place. Don't force anything that shouldn't happen. With your hips level, I like to place my hands on my hips to feel them. And your light core brace, gently bring that bent knee towards the opposite shoulder, making sure nothing in our hips is moving. And then we're going to press that leg away. As I press away, I think about keeping that hip up a little bit so my pelvis doesn't go with me. Again, knee towards opposite shoulder. Nothing else is moving, so keep that stability even though you're finding mobility. Externally rotate again, pressing that hip or knee away from you. One last time, we'll bring the knee towards center. Unhook the foot from the leg. Rotate to a neutral place. Place your foot down. Gently straighten out both legs again. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Chin tuck. Knee comes in, hip flexion. Externally rotate. Ankle to opposite shoulder. The long leg drags in to meet the ankle. Find that steady position. Hands on hips to keep level. Now knee to opposite shoulder as it pulls across your body. And then it presses away. When it presses away, nothing else moves. No twisting or dipping. Pull that knee across again. Checking in with the ankle, that it's tight to the other leg and not moving on its own accord. Now pull that knee to the opposite shoulder, unhook the foot, rotate to a neutral place, and place the foot on the floor with control.
Rolling over to our front side on all fours to manipulate the spine in our cat-cow. With the head looking between the hands on the ground, pull the hands and knees together to create tension through the core. Then, flex the lumbar spine by recruiting the abdominals on the front to round the low back. A modest shape is probably the best. From there, push the hands forward, and then we have our extension shape of the spine. Repeat one more. Pull to preload tension and recruit the abdominals on the front to flex around the low back. Press the hands forward, tip the tailbone back, and return the lumbar spine to a neutral position between those two ranges. Now, with the head, eyes looking between the hands on the floor, round the upper back a little bit, bringing the rib cage to the hips. Retract the shoulders, then push the hands forward, your tailbone back, and your sternum forward, extending the upper back, as in the cow pose in the cat and cow. Relax. Repeat. Perhaps modify the head chin tuck, press the hands forward, the tailbone's going back, and the sternum is pressing and a little bit shaking forward for 3, 2, and relax. For one more time, recalibrate that head neck to look at the hands, tailbone back, hands press forward, and pressing the sternum forward, breathing throughout, stability through the low back and abs, mobility through that T-spine. Hold your pose, relax the tension, and Lauren, how should we get up here?
With those hands gripping the floor, tucking your toes, let's gently tilt our tail slightly to the ceiling. Keep that tail tuck as you lift your knees and extend towards a down dog. Nice long spine, then gently try to straighten at the knees. Take a breath. Bend those knees again. Tilt the tail to the sky. One more time, straighten the legs out or attempt. Take a breath. Bend the knees and return gently to the floor. Here we'll come on down to a nice split lunge position and explore some more hip rotation. With one leg in front at 90 degrees and the other leg out the back at about 90 degrees, flex feet, come on down and find a nice packed elbow. Right away, let's squeeze our back glute, extending that hip forward, and then gently relax. Do that again. Press that hip forward, squeezing that back cheek. Now with focus on the back leg, let's try some external rotations. Nothing's gonna move in those hips as you try to gently lift that back knee up off the floor. For me, this is quite challenging. 3, 2, place that knee down. Now we're gonna try internal rotation, which means we're gonna try to rotate our femur in and our ankle and shin is gonna try to lift off the floor. 3, 2, place it down, repeat. External rotation, try to open up. Be honest and keep this side nice and long. Don't get crunchy. Place it down. One more time, internally rotate. 3, 2, place that foot down. Press away from the floor. And then all you have to do is open that leg, rotate through your hungry bear, and end up on the other side in our 90-90 sit. Nice proud shoulder again. Let's extend that back hip by pushing the glute through, and then let it rest. Press the hip through, keep it there. Try to open up with external rotation by lifting off that knee off the floor for 3, 2, place it down. Trying to lift the ankle for some internal rotation. Keep that front leg heavy. 3, 2, place it down. One more of each. Stay square. Try to lift and open. 3, 2, place down. And one last time through that internal rotation, picturing that femur rolling in. 3, 2, place that foot down. Then just press up to a tall kneel. Thank you for joining us on our morning routine for mobility and strength. If you'd like to continue on, please join us at the bar with Ian or some more bell work with myself. I'm Lauren.
I'm Ian.
Take care and we'll see you soon.
Goodbye.